Hello, Dawgpound South campers. This is the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. March 9th is a really busy day for the Cleveland Browns. Last year on this date, it was announced that the Browns traded for Jerry Jeudy. This year on this date, Myles Garrett signs his extension. I told you, he wasn't going anywhere. Don't listen to the Cleveland media. By the way, new controversy. Myles Garrett hadn't made a statement yet. Ooh, film at 11. Guys, you were wrong about trading Myles Garrett. Suck it up. Admit it. But you won't hear that from the Cleveland media because they got to be right all the time. They're not right on this one. So he signs a contract that keeps him in Cleveland through 2030. And there's a no trade clause. So apparently, Mr. Garrett agreed with the direction the Browns are going when Andrew Berry explained it to him. I guarantee you there were no details. You're not going to give a player details because less than 24 hours, ESPN would be broadcasting the plans of the Cleveland Browns in free agency. So apparently what Andrew Berry told him was good enough to make him the richest defensive lineman in the NFL currently. Boy, I bet you Jerry Jones is, whatting bricks right now. First of all, I know you're going to see a lot of people post what the contract is. It'll take a couple days for the true details to come out. Once I see them on social media, I will repost them at Seatown Thug. So watch for that. This will be kind of interesting. You got a team that's south of Cleveland, down there near the Kentucky border, who is trying to figure out how to pay a super talented wide receiver. Whew, man, this might get ugly. I mean, they franchised T. Higgins at $26 million. Jamar Chase is going to want a lot more than that. And like I said, Micah Parsons, he's looking at this contract going, yes. But before everybody panics, how can the Cleveland Browns, Andrew Berry, they don't have this much cap room. They're good at writing contracts. Believe me. Not to worry. Like I said, let's wait and find out. But, like I said, he wasn't going anywhere. His agents are probably the worst agents I've ever seen in my entire life. They have no regard for their client by setting him up like this. Now Browns fans are, they hate it. Most Browns fans hated him. Now Browns fans are talking like, well, it was all about the money all along. Well, yeah, it's the NFL. That's all these guys care about. But when a guy has no leverage, none whatsoever, demands a trade, goes on a media circus, throws his teammates under the bus, and then whines that the owner won't talk to him, what do you expect? It's about the money. So now we move on to free agency. Let's take a quick break and we'll talk about that. Okay, the big question is quarterback. I have always maintained that they will sign 2 veterans and draft a quarterback. Nobody knows what Tennessee is going to do. They may take Abdul Carter. I don't know if Sam Darnold. I had mentioned him earlier that the Titans were trying to get him. but he seems more linked to Seattle because Kubiak, the new offensive coordinator, runs the same system that the head coach, that the coach over in the Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, runs. It's the same system. So that would be like a perfect matchup for Sam Darnold. He could go there, sign a long-term contract, get a 3-year deal, $50 million. He's happy. So where does that leave the Browns? Like I said Thursday, like I said a week from Thursday, when I listened to Cleveland Browns Daily, Nathan Zagura, when they came back after interviewing Kevin Stefanski, he said that's the happiest he's seen, most upbeat he's seen him in a while, and he had a look in his eye like he knows who his quarterback is going to be. Now, a lot of people will just, won't listen to that kind of stuff. I do. That is not a throwaway line. Nathan Zagura is telling you they know who his quarterback is. They know who the quarterback is going to be. And it's not the draft quarterback. It's the free agent quarterback. I still am of the belief that Kirk Cousins will demand to get out of Atlanta. You got to remember, $37.5 million for a backup quarterback isn't going to work. March 17th, $10 million bonus comes in. Once that $10 million bonus this year comes in, he's guaranteed another $10 million next year. So that's $57 million. They can make him a June 1st cut. They take dead cap of 40 and then dead cap of 25 next year. Or they can rework his deal before they cut him. So keep an eye on Kirk Cousins. I'm backing off of Daniel Jones a little bit. I'm thinking he's going to want a starting gig. And now that Geno Smith has gone to the Raiders, and the Browns weren't in on it because basically Seattle couldn't work out a long-term deal with him. So they sent him down to the Raiders, who, he knows Pete Carroll. Nobody else was in on Geno Smith. So now you're hearing the Giants and some other teams up at the top talking about Aaron Rodgers, talking about veteran quarterbacks, because they don't want people to know what their draft interest is. If the Giants sign Aaron Rodgers, I will be happy. If the Titans sign a quarterback, free agent quarterback, I will be happy. I still cannot believe they're going to roll with Will Levis. I don't believe that crap. I mean, Brian Callahan in post-games news conference shredded the guy. How could you bring him back? You can't. So free agent wise, I'm starting to hear that maybe Jameis Winston will be back, but I'm hearing that it's going to be as a backup. So Kirk Cousins, Jameis Winston, draft pick. That would work for me as a quarterback room. I'm getting more high on Cam Ward at number 2. I know in the beginning of the draft I wasn't. I was all team Abdul Carter. But I can see it. I can really see it at Cam Ward at number 2. It all depends on Tennessee, though. So let's see what happens here in free agency. Starts tomorrow, 4:00 Eastern. Legal tampering period. You're going to hear a lot more about teams releasing players, signing players. I'm hearing Michael Mayer, tight end, Raiders, could be a trade candidate. I know a lot of people in the media don't expect the Browns to be active in the free agency market. I think they'll be active in trading. Like I said, today's the anniversary of the Jerry Jeudy trade. If Andrew Berry likes somebody, he goes and gets it. That way he doesn't have to try and outbid somebody for him. So let's see what happens. I do expect a tackle. I do expect, like Samuel was talking about Thursday night, a defensive tackle. Rookie defensive tackles take a while to develop, and they need to get a starter. I mean, Mo Hurst, too old. Everybody loves Shelby Harris. I like Shelby Harris. Time to get younger at defensive tackle. You got to have somebody step in, play alongside Damlin Tomlinson, get in the rotation, and they've got to be a veteran. And, of course, safety. You got rid of Juan Thornhill. Rodney McLeod isn't coming back. You've got to get another starter next to Grant Delpit. All right, everybody. It's a great day to be a Cleveland Brown because the national media has to eat crow all day long. And so does the local media in Cleveland. However, they're going to create some drama tomorrow morning. I can't wait to find out what it is. This has been the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Ales Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I want to thank you for watching, listening, subscribing, following. We're here because we're Browns fans just like you. So everybody have a great day and go Browns.